Hey, it's Luke from Built by the Trade. So today I'm going to be talking about Google Business Profile. So I guess Google Business Profile is a free online tool which allows you to have online presence online on Google. The tool allows you to have updates about your business, photos, services about your business provides, products. There's numerous things you can have with a Google Business Profile, and I guess the way to be found with a Google Business Profile is through keywords in the search bar of Google. So if someone's looking for a plumber in Cronulla, they type in plumber Cronulla, and then on Google you can come up in an area of the front page which is called the 3-pack area. That's where you want to come up. And to do this, it takes different angles to get into the 3-pack if you actually know how to get in there. But also on the first page of Google, I'll just break down. So the 3-pack area is not at the top of the page. At the top of the page is your sponsored ads and their Google AdWords. Under that area is where your Google business profiles are. They just put 3 in that area, and they're the 3 most relevant for that area, for that keyword search term. And that comes down to different variables. And then under that is SEO. So that could be your paid SEO or organic search. So the way to get into the 3-pack, there's numerous different ways. People love to get lots of reviews. That's a good way to get in there. But also you have to have it set up properly, and depends on how you go about with your Google Business Profile listing. Could be photos, could be updates through posts, there's numerous different ways. It could be linking from your website, could help increase it as well. But yeah, basically the importance of having the Google Business Profile gets you better customers, I've found, through Google. It allows you to have an online presence where people can know a little bit about you, but also, yeah, you get found in different areas which are local to where you are living or where your business is. So say, yeah, you are living in the Cronulla area and there's different areas around there that you want to be found in, and then you have a lot better chance if you have the Google Business Profile, because you're going to be found. Majority of people already know this, but I'm just explaining why it's important. So as well, there's also, you have your website. That helps increase the ranking of the Google Business Profile. So your website's basically a brochure online about your business. It has your services, home, about, all that sort of stuff to find out more in depth about your company. And so the two work in with each other by interlinking them and through posts, and there's all different ways they work together. So last year my Google Business Profile was stronger than my actual website, so I deleted that old website. Then I built a new website, got to the first page of Google, and then my rankings dropped, I think, the last 2 weeks or so. So I haven't been even on looking at my website, so obviously I've got to look into that. I'm back on page 2 now, but they've obviously dropped for a reason, and that can come down to new competitors who are updating, using an agency to fix their website, make it better. Could be to do with maybe people getting more rankings as well. Google updates can decrease your rankings on Google, and your Google Business Profile and your website, they can both go down. So I guess the way to tackle that is to always be monitoring. If you're running your Google Business Profile, usually a lot of companies have an agency doing that, then you should be asking questions why it's dropping. But if you're doing it yourself, then you have to look into what's happening, why have I dropped here, why have I dropped there in certain areas to do with your rankings. The way I've found to get good at ranking on there is through posts, through photos. Posts is just not just write it, you have to set it up properly and all that, because it gives you geo relevance in different areas when you're posting, and when you're getting reviews for different areas or people asking for directions from different areas, it gives you geo relevance to your Google Business Profile. That helps increase rankings. But there's a lot more to go into about Google Business Profile, but they're just some of the tip of the iceberg stuff. So So I'd say the simple system that worked, well, I would start from, if I was starting out again and I was just about to leave a company I was working for to work for myself, start your own business, I would straight away get a Google business profile. I'd get it set up correctly. I would have it well in line with the brand of your company that you are creating, the logo. I'd have everything exactly how you want it filled out on the Google business profile, have it set out how it should all be set out. There's a certain way to do this. I'd have it set out. I'd have the website, get a website going, have a good website, have it fast, have it looking, half decent, pretty good. And they're the main things that I would say you want to have to get started with Google anyway. You're not going to straight away get into the rankings immediately on Google with your Google business profile or your website, depending on how good the agency is, if you're using one, or the marketer, whoever you're using. But they're the two key things when you're starting out, is start with Google business profile and a website. Without that, you're not going to be found locally and you're not going to have any online presence. Also, you want to start getting Google reviews. So whenever you start getting your side jobs or you're starting out, at the end of each job, 20 minutes before you start packing up, you ask the customer, hey, I was just wondering, are you happy with everything today? How's everything going? Are you happy with our service? Would love a 5-star review. If you could get a 5-star review written up and put on Google for us, that would be amazing. And what you should already do to make it easy as possible for the customer to give you that review is you can either go, once you've got this Google business profile set up, there's a tab. Once you have if you write your business name in Google, underneath that there is an area and it says get more reviews, and I think you can share you can copy a link that directs the customers straight to the review area of your Google business profile. So this allows them to go, basically once you have this link, you can have it just saved in your phone, text this link to them, hey, I would love a 5-star review. If you could do that right now, today, that would be amazing. Just share a bit about the experience we gave, and if, always ask for the 5-star review. You never want to go, we just want a review. Always ask for what you want, because otherwise it might not happen. So they could go a 4-star. You always want to ask for your 5-star. Always ask for that 5-star. So just basically share the link with them, or even if you're at their house, they can just look it up quickly. But yeah, you're just trying to find the easiest way to get a review off them, because over the years I've asked people and they just never do it. But there's all these other things now. There's softwares people use to get reviews immediately, all that sort of thing. They can send other bits and pieces. It's like a special software they send. They get instant reviews. If they go to put a 3-star review on your Google business page, it doesn't get posted, it gets sent back to you, and then you can have a conversation with the customer about it, instead of having a bad review on your page. So there are softwares that do all that sort of stuff. I've done it before, but I'm just saying that when you're starting out, you can just get this link and then send it to them, or you could just find when you're with them at their house, you can just look in your Google business profile, scroll down and just show them, because some people, it's very hard for them to do, or some people, they say that. But anyway, hope today's been helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.